would
We'll
not.
be having our fantasy football draft that night. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
Becca Bowen told us.
that date and time. Oops, my
Yep.
bad.
Yep. Don't worry. It was on the calendar. Not
It
my
was
calendar,
on
but it
the
was on somebody's calendar.
but you weren't taking command of what day we and time we should be doing our fantasy football draft, so I just took it by the horns and made a decision.
Kind of like
Yeah,
Donald Trump. You get grab life by the horns, right? Hey, do. Welcome back, everyone, to the Track Packers podcast for episode 19 of season 5, closing in on the end of August and the beginning of special and invite season. With myself, Mason, the Pelkeys, Jessup, and Becca, and John Breckle for another full lineup. John, how are you doing? It looks like you're in parts unknown once again.
I am. I'm in parts of knowing traveling for work this week out of the state of North Dakota. So I'm doing quite well though. So it's actually been I arrived over here. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at because it's going to be like a scavenger hunt. And it was like 80 degrees today when I landed. And I was like, wow, this is really nice outside.
Indeed. We might have some interesting weather here around my neck of the woods, at least later
Good.
tonight.
Would.
Yeah, we actually need some of that. We haven't had much of it
You can
in a
get
month.
the baseball size hail.
Oh gosh,
Well, I don't think we
please
need
no.
baseball
Push that
size
upon
hail.
anyone, Jessup.
Well, he said he needs it.
He said he needs the
Hail
rain,
is
not the hail.
hail brings water.
Sure.
Where do I lie?
I mean, he's
I
not
mean,
wrong,
I
but
don't
he's
want
not.
the hail for anyone else's sake, even though my stuff is pretty well protected. But
Fine.
anyways, Becca, how are you doing?
I was a smidge tired. Riley started daycare. Or she's been in daycare for a while now, but seems like since everyone else went to school, germs have been flowing a little bit stronger now, and she was a little bit under the weather this past weekend. Now I'm not feeling 100%, so I'm a little bit tired. But I found some caffeine, so I'm ready to power through this next episode of the Track Packers podcast.
Excellent. Jessup, how are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Mason. I uh I am wrongfully in the back once again.
Mm,
It'll be okay.
okay.
It'll be okay. John, don't worry. The caution will be out early and often and heavy. It'll be heavy as the hand of the caution flag waver.
Question for you, Jessup.
No.
How is the, or this is a question for Mason. How is the champion?
Well, then, right there's your caution. You directed the question at me. You are wrong. Becca is now in the back, John. You see how quick this goes?
We haven't waved the official green flag yet,
Yeah,
Jessup.
there's no green
NASCAR makes
flag
up
yet, Justin.
rules. NASCAR makes up rules. We can do what we want.
The question is,
Whatever.
how is the official Track Packers champion determined? Is it the person that is first at the end of the season, like the traditional NASCAR points used to be for many years? Or is it the person that's been in the lead the most weeks? Or is it a chase format where we reset the points with a few races or in invitational season? How is the champion determined, Mason?
So, if we're going to keep with the theme of consistency, which is what was kept in this situation as well, with Jessup being at the tail, it's basically been the person that's been leading at the very end of the season, which has been Jessup the last couple of seasons.
3. They call me 3-time. Actually, I'm going to change it to old 3-time because I got some gray now. Old 3-time.
No one calls you that.
It's happening. That's gonna be my new shirt. Well, 3 time. Actually, I'm gonna be more honest with you. You could put me as the 4 horsemen of champions because I'll be doing the Ric Flair and throwing up the four as I'll be a 4 time champ.
Well, you have a little bit of work to do now that you're at the rear of the field.
Don't worry, Becca's good for a caution tonight, and you're not that far off. So me and John, it's 2 formidable foes who've been neck and neck every year.
Wow.
See, Becca's already trying to lighten herself up. Don't worry, Becca. That's what they use at the hot pits. They put a light on the spot where the wheels are, so they can get the lug nuts off. And yeah, yeah.
See, it's always a blessing and a curse whenever Jessup gets put to the tail because the positive is he pays attention more. The downside is he becomes very caution happy.
He pays attention more. I want it just to be pointed out. Of all of us here, there has been only one true flag man.
Oh, Mason, get your flag out. Get your caution flag out.
Go ahead, get it out. Yeah, wait.
Get it out. That's not true, Jessup.
Did you flag, John?
Yes, I have flagged.
What? Where?
So, I have flagged at Dakota Speedway.
No. We were desperate then.
So, yes. Charlie and I ended up in the flag stand.
You put the announcers in the flag stand?
No, we weren't announcing. We were flagging.
Now, here's a question for you, John. Were you on the inside of the... Becca's throwing of caution. Is that a false caution?
I have also a system flagged.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I said...
This is true, she has.
So wait, were you a head flag man or not?
I was the assistant flagman at the
Well, then you don't count.
I was head because I was communicating with all the drivers through the race receiver.
Yeah. What's your excuse, Mason? At least
I've done a lot of other duties around the track.
Questionable.
I actually did want to do one summer. I wanted to do like all the different roles at a racetrack, whether it was flagging, be a corner official, work track prep. Just kind of I wanted to make like a little video on it, but I haven't gotten around to doing that idea yet.
I'm just glad the soon-to-be front row people have head flagged.
Yeah, I have been in the flag stand. I have not flagged.
Now, John, have you black flagged anyone?
I didn't have to.
Oh, well, then I have the power. I even black flag my friends because I am unbiased and everyone deserves a fair and even fielded and level playing field to race upon.
See, I kind of do that here on the track. Packers provide an even playing field for
Mason, you try to make calls outside of the race, outside of the podcast. So I'm sorry. I will give you the credit where it is due. You are consistently inconsistent, and you show bias against John and I.
Yes, John and I. John would be in the back if that were the case.
You sent him to the back for no reason at all this year.
When was that, Mason?
Early in the year.
Do you have video evidence?
I wasn't on the episode.
I don't have video evidence because I don't need to have video evidence. I'm just going to say that this happened, and there's a 90% chance that it happened. You're going to have to go back and disprove it.
This is the heels about 90 minutes ago when I gave him video evidence as to why he got put to the back.
I don't remember any evidence.
I'm sure you do not because you were quote-unquote tired.
And now, Mason, you get a caution. I never said anything about being tired. Welcome to the back, buddy.
Can we do a flashback real quick?
Really north of the Fix-It-Felix Speedway is the River Speedway. The River Cities Speedway.
The what?
The River Cities Speedway.
The which ones?
The River Seed?
Yeah.
River
Speedway.
Wow.
That sounds dirty.
Now, if I can get on.
Look at that. Both Becca and Mason were the culprit for the cautions.
Yep. Anyways, back to the show.
We lost somebody.
We did. We did lose someone.
He's too busy with trying to figure out his caution.
too bad that we haven't waved the official green flag yet, because
Yeah. But I'm doing well myself. All caught up on the weekend, ahead on stuff, and excited for this next weekend as it's the last regular weekend schedule or for the 2026 season. Then we get into special and invite season. So I want to thank all you watchers and listeners of the Track Packers. And we already have a caution out. Go ahead, Jessup.
Mason, I don't think you're accurate that this upcoming weekend is the last regular weekend of the year. There are tracks finishing their season championships on Labor Day.
This is true, but you always say
Well,
that the
well,
Silver
well, son of a
1000
gun. Look at
is the
that,
start of
John. Hit
invite
it out.
season. So
Woo!
who's right here?
Mason,
Jessup, there's no caution on that one because we haven't started.
I don't care. I'm still throwing it. You know what then? Mason, take a pit side. Take a pit side. Your hot laps are over. Hot laps are done. Take a pit side. You better get yourself figured out before we get the real green flag going, because otherwise you're going to the back, bud. You're gonna be
Oh, believe
getting
me,
the you're gonna be getting the
I am well prepared for whatever's going to happen here in this episode. But want to give a couple shout outs to the recent listeners and people tuning into the Track Packers, including Jim Pierce. I believe Jim is out of the Bemidji area. So thank you, Jim. Kylan Vargason, got to talk with him this weekend. Loves listening to our podcast on a weekly basis. He has had some really bad luck the last few weeks. So hopefully it turns around for the last few weeks. And of course, Brody Carlsrud, we had a fun time talking about Jessup's new scheme that he had for him, and he got a good laugh out of that.
I think it looks sharp, to be honest.
It does look pretty sharp. I like how you mentioned that you called him and say like something about like I heard you stamped the competition tonight.
Yeah, you gotta tell him. I don't know if I called him, but maybe I did.
You
But
probably just messaged
I
him.
did message him and said, I heard you stamp the competition tonight, and then we got to come up with like a good mail delivery ism for each week.
That we do. He could make it a theme every week with a new slogan for his racing page.
We have to start that next week.
Yes. So, why don't we get things started and prepare for this onslaught with the waving of the green flag with who or what we are repping. John, since you're on the poll this week, who or what are you repping?
Well, we're getting ready for invitational season, and it's always a fun time throughout everywhere we go. And I am extremely excited because this year is a huge year for one of my favorite events, which is upcoming here on the weekend of September 10th, 11th, 12th weekend here over at the River Cities Speedway in Grand Forks. Yes, Jessup, River Cities Speedway. And I am repping a John Sights 92 shirt. And I am on the bed and I'm kind of set up on a pillow here, so I don't want to wreck anything. But it's got John's late model on it from like 2002 to 3 era. So it's got his purple and his white late model. Super nice shirt. And bought this actually last year at the Sites Memorial. And very, very excited because the Sites Memorial this year is going to be a huge event. Every class is racing for a lot of money between your Minnesota Midwest Modifieds, your Minnesota Street Stocks. Your Minnesota Modifieds are having a complete show every single day with a lot of stuff out there for contingency rewards as well as a big money shows. And then your late models, they have got the NLRA season championship on Thursday night. That is the prelude to the Johnny. And then they have the feature event on Saturday, qualifying on Friday, feature on Saturday, and it is 92.92 to win. It is 9,200 for second, and it is 9,200 for third for the payout. So really large payout for your Minnesota late models. Some people would even say that purse has grown quite large this year.
I'm excited for that race this year. It's gonna be fun.
I'm too. I'm really excited. I hope the weather's good for it too. But I am very much excited for that race.
I'm excited to see what their merchandise looks like because it looks like a really good scheme this year. It's
Yeah,
the bots, the bot blue scheme.
yeah.
And
The
it's
logos
Or
for
not
it
the
look
bot,
pretty
it's
cool.
and
Paps.
it's 20th annual this
Paps.
year already.
What
Already
Wow.
happened?
20th annual.
Wow.
20th annual. John's been gone for 20 years.
It's crazy how fast things go.
Indeed. That's a really cool shirt, John. Becca, who or what are you repping?
I've worn this shirt before, but it's still one of my favorite shirts just because it's just a nice, clean, and just comfortable shirt in general. But repping one of the most talented photographers in our area. I am repping Byron Picture Photography, BFF. Byron is pretty busy this time of year. I believe he's planning to go down to Super Nationals. You often see him on the broadcast a lot, taking pictures. Sometimes they use him as on-air talent, but he's very talented behind camera and takes some amazing photos that we see on the Dakota Classic Modified Tour. He takes a lot of the photos that we see at the S5 Motor Speedway. Good photography is very important when it comes to promoting dirt track racing, and Byron takes some of the best shots around. So, repping Byron Picture. So,
Excellent. Yes. Very good with his photography, and he has some awesome photos, especially on Mod Tour. It's always fun to see what kind of shots he can come up with at the local tracks. So I got a few things I'm repping. One of the new koozies I got. I actually got this up in Grand Rapids. Turnkey Racing. This is the Z15 of Zach Schultz in the Northern Renegades. So got a couple of koozies from him. The hat, I'm repping Andrew Hansen in number 20 machine, who made his first start of the year this past weekend at Rice Lake with a strong second place finish. So nice to see that he's out and running now. He got married in May. He's been working on a new house and all sorts of life stuff. So the rebuild of the street stock kind of was put on the back burner for a little while, but nice to see him out at the racetrack. And for the shirt, fun little guessing game. So let's see if you can guess the driver of this shirt. So you'll get 3 hints. The first one is the number of this driver is number 14.
Travis Tooling. That's not the right number.
That's not the right
Where's
number.
our caution flags?
I'm already in the back, so I don't care. Why am I getting a caution? I can say wrong names.
And you didn't say a wrong name. You said a wrong number.
He's got a point there.
I said the wrong name.
Um,
I just wanted to go with Travis.
hit number 2. This driver is from South Dakota.
Oh, I don't know.
Where were you, Brosick?
John got it.
Wow, what a shock. Mason in the street stock shirt.
This is her newest shirt. This is kind of in commemoration of her going
I
over
like
100
that. That's
feature
really
week.
pretty.
That
I
is
like
a
that
nice-
shirt this year.
Now, is that a peach-looking shirt, Mason, or is it
Yeah,
pink?
it's like peach, a little
Oh,
bit
that's a
pinkish.
good color. Then I would wear that. Yeah, that's a good shirt.
Yeah, it was definitely a unique one, and definitely wanted to get it and support Maria in her racing. And she's had a pretty good season so far, and excited to see what she does for the remainder of 2026. You
It
are
is-
right, Becca. It was a talented graphic designer that designed the shirt.
Is it Jay Symes?
No, this was Jason Marco, the guy who did our beanies, actually.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
nice. Well, can we talk more about our beanies and Jason?
Yes, we have plenty of beanies in stock, and especially as the weather gets cooler and cooler, those become more and more necessary. So hit us up if you want one of our Track Packer beanies.
It's been like 90 every day for the last month and a half.
Except
I mean,
for Saturday
that-
when I was up in Greenbush, it got down into the 40s.
Mason
I
went
mean,
up to Whoosh.
hey, you know what, Jessup? That is still beanie season, according to Becca.
Yeah, I'm dying of heat exhaustion, and Becca's over here like, it's not even hot. It's only 96.
That's exactly what she
This-
would say too.
As she's wandering around, she's doing the Reba power walk across the pits in her jeans.
Yep. Yep.
Riley, we went on a walk tonight. It was 90 degrees when we went for our walk, and she insisted on wearing a jacket to go outside.
Yeah. My family's messed up.
My
Meanwhile, I'm trying to like pull 10 degrees out of my body in my basement. I feel like I'm like Mr. Freeze from like Batman.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Maybe you should hot tub just a little less. That might help your body cool down.
I'm Mr. Snowmeister, he's Mr. Cold.
Well,
Because this is 1,000 above. And
after that sidetrack, that is who or what I am repping, which leads us to Jessup. Who or what are you repping?
well, I'm representing an old friend of mine. Um, goes back to my days back in Minnesota, and we've traveled all over. Well, we've not all over, but we've gone to St. Louis to watch the Dome race together, and we've yeah, he's just a great friend, good racer. I'm throwing it back to Mr. Harry Hansen. My Harry Hansen. And the funny part is, this was supposed to be his retirement shirt. You notice how all my friends seem to retire, and I get one of their shirts, and then the next thing I know, either they retire after I get their shirt, or they come back out, and I have to buy another shirt,
That's how
which
they
will be
get you.
okay.
What year
But
is that shirt?
I don't know. Let's see.
Because he's got a really sharp looking car this year that if there were shirts, I bet John would be the first person to buy it.
Oh, we can find out.
Green.
Yeah, let's take a look at the backside. Uh, let's see. No, no. Honestly, I should be able just to message them, but it'll be easier just to ask them when we're in Proctor.
Yes, and congratulations to Harry Hansen. He just got the track
Hey, hey, hey,
championship
hey,
over
hey! Don't
Proctor.
steal my thing.
Sorry.
Get mind your own business. You know what? Yeah, stay there, lap car. Harry might be the oldest points champion in Proctor history, as he is 71. And
Yeah.
congratulations, Harry and Vicky and everyone involved. We'll see you guys here in hopefully, well, probably a week.
Yeah, a little bit over a week. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
Awesome.
that's who I'm representing.
Excellent. That'll do it for who or what we're repping, and we'll move right into the hot sauce hot memory rewind to give a shout out to Isaac Sandro and the 12S IMCA Modified. Looking at his recent racing, I do not believe, nope, he did not race at all this weekend. Of course, farming is kind of taking center stage, harvest coming up, and so I'm sure he enjoyed a nice break from racing after the year he's had. He's kind of had a year to forget from what he's told me. And so be sure to stay up to date on his racing, whatever he may be doing for special season with 12S Racing on Facebook. And if you see him in the pits or at the racetrack, be sure to say hi to him. He's one of the nicest guys to talk to, very comical and very, very fun guy to be around. And so thank you, Isaac, for your support on the podcast. Jessup, what do you have for the hot sauce segment this week?
Well, since John's away, and that means we're just going to make the test a little harder this week, a little longer. Becca, stay on mute. You're not going to know these people.
He has faith in his wife.
Actually, go ahead. Fine, fine. You all have faith in her. I have faith in her as well. Who is this person, Becca?
A driver.
Becca, do you want me to help you? I mean,
Little
Jessup just showed the name.
the last name saying.
No, no, it's Rolly Wolt.
It's not Rolly.
I saw Marty.
It's not Marty. It's Monty.
I'm pretty sure it's Rolly.
This does not say Rolly.
Can you confirm and verify this?
I can confirm and verify as we speak right here.
Moving on to the next one.
Jessup tries to hurry up so John will forget.
I
Would
don't
that
care.
be a
But you know what?
see?
Rolly didn't race it that night. So, John,
mm,
sorry.
I think John gets one, Joseph gets 0. Okay, on to the
That's
next one.
that was
Like,
hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't really care. I didn't label these. So,
Is that
Is
that's
that
Troy.
Troy Butts?
no.
Oh,
no?
You two are out. Sorry, Becca. Mason, do better.
It looks very similar to Troy Butts' schemes, is why I guessed that.
same.
Just that's not like a Johnny Erickson car, is it?
No. Brent
Okay,
Nelson.
who is it?
Brent Nelson.
Brent Nelson. That
And
name
then
sounds really familiar.
it does.
There's
But
a
we're
Shane
moving on before
Nelson.
John tries to look it up.
There's a
You guys
Brent
will get this one.
Nielsen.
Oh, it's
There's also a Shane Nelson that's been racing at 13 too.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah, I wonder if his relation.
then there's a Dylan Nelson, a Kate Nelson, a Daryl Nelson.
There is.
Not wrong.
This one I don't know. I don't know
All
this
right.
one.
He still races.
Mark Hessler.
No. Close area. Not close. You gotta go further north into the Iron Range.
Can I guess one more name?
Sure.
Roger Paulo?
Very good, Mason.
You've Mason. Good job.
Thanks.
Better, John.
I'll try.
This is actually a really nice car.
It has to be a Wisconsin driver.
Hmm.
Jessup is
Mason, do you know it or do you want me to go? I know
No,
it, so
go
I can
ahead.
go. John Kruskinski.
Close enough. I'm going to give it to you.
Is it
John
Jeff?
Krasinski.
Oh, I just said the last name wrong.
Yep. You were close. Next.
Is that a 16, Jessup?
It is.
That's hard to see.
that is very hard to see.
Yeah.
He is a pure stock national champion.
Is
Or
it Corey Jorgensen?
Jorgensen.
it is. I used to drive by his place and I would always see the late model or modified sitting out in front of the tiniest little driveway ever. It was like maybe 20 feet long.
Back in a late model this year, too. That's Steve Vessel.
Next.
That's Troy Daly.
I'm
Scott,
going to say I'm
Scott
going to
Daly.
say probably close because it says Tony Daly.
Oh, it might be Tony.
All right. We should know this one.
That's Rick.
Eggersdorf.
Yes. We should know this one.
That's Kirk Allen.
Kirk Allen.
That's
What did I used to call him?
your unicorn.
The angry unicorn.
Yes. Well, because of his driver suit, too.
Yeah, because he was always he'd have just a scowl, and I would always want to see Kurt Gelling. And the only time I had ever seen him race was at Proctor for an Amsoil race, and then it rained out right after hot laps. Never saw him again until Stampede.
Yeah, until you moved up here. Well, and then we got to see him at Cheyenne, remember?
That's
He was
right.
on Lisbon during that big race for
And I was like,
Exactly.
it's the angry unicorn.
that was the famous arm.
Oh! He got stranded. That was such a great night.
Strand got stranded.
Mason was so mad at us. You're ruining my video.
Oh, don't worry. I ruined the video myself after the fact.
Yes, you did.
What happened there?
During the rendering process, it didn't have the one of my little composition things saved in there, and so it just showed up with a big red blob for like 8 seconds.
It did.
When it goes to the final lap, and it's just like, final lap, bleh, media offline. I'm like, great.
Do better.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is actually an easier one.
Steve Larson.
Very good, John. This is not an easy one.
That's an easy one. That's Dave Zimmerman.
Okay, maybe that is. I don't know. It's not easy for me. This is an easy one.
Jay McDonald?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was a
Pop it.
Got it.
guess.
You can say it.
Ooh, I don't think I know that one.
This family races over in the Brainerd area. And probably
Is it Jeff Patchen?
very good, John.
When you said Brainerd, I was like, there's Patchens from over
Yeah.
there.
But moving on to the next one. This is actually a nice little car.
Is that's not Duffy Fromke, is it?
No. Give me a second to double check this here.
It's not a Gullickson, is it?
It looks like it has a sponsorship from Boyceville.
Boyceville, Wisconsin.
How about this? I believe his kid or one of the relatives or family members races a modified and races over at Ogilvy. Last name Atkinson.
Oh, I don't know Landon's name, dad's name though.
Scott. This is
Scott.
Scott Atkinson.
Okay.
It's a nice car. That's a nice late model.
Moving on up.
Mason, do you know that one?
Nope.
John does.
Is that Randy Schilling?
Yes.
I've
Very
never
good.
even heard that name.
I don't see many sponsorships from Britain, South Dakota. Is the only.
Yeah, he was a regular at like Watertown and Aberdeen for many, many years in Huron.
All right, this guy. Wow. Okay. Huh. That's kind of funny. This one is a Wisconsin guy. I've actually seen the trailer in the background.
Oh,
Because I said so.
Oddly, though, the trailer would always haul a derby car.
oh,
Green.
All right. This guy races at Cedar Lake, or he used to.
All I can think of is that Green Acres theme song.
No.
Sponsor. I don't know.
Oh,
be-
for like the farming sessions at Boone.
Thanks, Becca. When you provide your, hot sauce memory rewind information, that'd be good. Until then, shush.
I don't know if I know this one. I don't think I do know this one.
He's got an animal name for his last name. First name Mike, last name Bear. Mike Bear.
I don't know if I know. I don't think I know that one.
It's another one I've never heard of.
I could be wrong on this. It is actually a nice, clean sponsored car. But I have seen him race at Cedar Lake.
Harry Hansen.
Carrie Hansen, very good. Here is another person from the Brainerd bunch.
Oh, which
Mason, you
Patch
should know
is
this
it?
one. Yep, come on, Mason.
Toby?
Which one? Yes, very good.
There you go, Mason. Good job.
Becca might even get this one.
That's the Rodetsky. It's got to be the dad, not.
What's his name, Becca?
Hey,
We've done this one before.
I know I have.
Jake is the kid. His dad is, I don't know, John.
Think of a cartoon, Tom and
Very
who?
good, John.
Harry.
There it is. Very good, John. You had it right.
I was trying to help Becca.
Thank you.
Is that
Is
Klug?
that Jesse Klung?
Yep.
Sorry.
He's always got nice cars.
I don't know if I'm this one. Gary Kinney.
I don't know that one.
That'll be an Iowa car because it's the Quad Cities is in Iowa.
Yeah.
Bumper to bumper, auto parts specialist. Gary Tucker Photography, Husky Springs Quad City.
Quad City is like Des Moines and Davenport and Moline. So I feel like this is like a either
Yeah,
southern Minnesota or very northern Iowa guy.
I'm gonna say southern Minnesota
All right.
because he's got a Fager's. It's a Fager's car. Husky Springs. And the only thing that the Fast Lane Motorsports sticker on this,
Well, who is it, Jessup?
Gary Kinney,
You already said it.
Oh, whoops, missed it. Malacca.
Maleka, hard A, Maleke.
Hmm.
Might be recent related to a sprint car driver from River Cities.
I don't know many 30s up in the Grand Forks area.
Is it one of the
Dave,
Floodens?
Dave Nygaard.
I don't know it.
Don't recognize that one either.
I don't recognize that name.
Lightning Motorsports of Todd Gell is next to him. Interesting. End Zone Bar. That's interesting. That's a Minnesota guy. Rutledge, Minnesota. Could be. I could be wrong. That's all I got. I don't want to keep Becca singing Green Acres.
Yeah.
Here's the place.
Okay, let's see how quickly we can go through my four. This is your NASCAR one.
Casey Kane.
No.
Scott Riggs.
Good job.
Who?
Scott Riggs.
Oh.
I did not realize he raced this car. Okay.
Strand?
Troy Cordes.
It is Troy Cordes. This is during Mod Tour up at the Nodak Speedway.
Why not?
Why not? This one is one I don't know, but it's got a whole bunch of Washburn sponsors on it, so I'm curious if the Bismarck folk might know this.
Zoom in on the name on the top of it, Mason.
I can't
Who's
quite
15
tell.
around here, Becca?
I Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like a Terry something. I don't know.
Is that Paul Schultz behind him or Terry
Mm-hmm.
Schultz?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Paul Schultz behind him.
That is Paul
Oh,
Schultz
okay.
there. Yep.
Okay, and let's keep looking around here. Who's the 199?
That's Joel Rodemaker.
Yep.
What are we at Minot here?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow, look at me go.
The 6 is Tim McLeod.
Yep.
And then Randy Phillipswold in the 14 back here.
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Pull it over.
Let's see. How many more can we get? Mike Hagan's right there.
Let's go onto the track. Zoom in. Enhance.
has to be an old photo with the cars in it.
Enhance.
Pretty cool.
Well, the zero's Robert Roselli, right, Mason?
Yes.
So who's the other yellow car?
The 44 is Kerry Larson.
Okay, who's the 2?
Billy Preston.
Well. Not bad. Not too shabby, everyone.
Nathan Burke is there. I can't quite make out that one. That's Wyatt Olson, and I can't quite see that car. And my last one.
Dwight Wagner.
No.
I don't know.
John, what's your guess on this? This is kind of a trick.
Well, it's the Nodak Speedway test car.
Oh,
What?
Close enough. It's the 2-seater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
They had a 2-seater for a few years at Nodak.
Yes.
Did you ever get to ride in it?
I did not, actually.
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
John,
Do you guys
said
want?
you had-
You got me to do mine next?
Yes.
I've got like 5, so they'll go pretty quick here.
Then we gotta get to Becca's.
Becca has some.
That
Okay,
is
first one.
Oh wow. Who's the 10? Who had night no. Balkan. Mike Balkan. Mike
Yep.
Balkin.
Yep.
Then if you look a little closer, can you zoom in, John?
Oh, I can.
Let's see. That's
That Jeff Wilding next to him.
I was
It is.
I was gonna say that the 21E is that Kaylee Emerson?
It is. Yep.
I was gonna say
Wow.
Mohawk Salvage. I'm like, that's an Iron Range car.
What a
Yep.
pull. What a pull by me. Yes. I can't help you here. I'm screwed.
That Dave Falkenstein.
No.
Darn.
Only
Driver
92.
still rages.
I don't know. I don't know any 92s besides one.
Ah,
Come on, Mason. You should know this one.
oh, I
I'm gonna
can't think
tap
of any
out
other
on this.
92s besides Falcon Scene and Sights.
I'm tapping
Kind of a
out.
trick. It's kind of a little bit of a trick.
Okay, who is it?
It's Mike Mund.
Okay, well, I would not have guessed Mike Munn.
Changed numbers over the years or raced someone else's car.
Oof.
Um,
Is that a Michelson?
Cody Michelson.
No, it's kind of a trick. He used to be from the Buffalo River area.
No,
Oh,
this is because there's no the bowl. Yeah, the bowler is a Fargo
Bowler.
sponsor.
Yep.
Eh,
Mason,
I
Mason, do you know it? It's Derek. It's
no,
Derek Eider.
oh, yes.
I would
Yes.
not have guessed that.
Of,
I
of course, Mason. Of course.
Justin Shemp is right here on the outside in the 96.
Of course. Who's in the 71?
That was a 72. That's Brian Saylor.
Jason Grimes is on the outside and Ross Rondalvik's on the inside.
Yes.
Who's in the middle?
Who is this?
That looks like a Strand.
Oh, I think it was Brian Strand.
Oh my gosh, is that Zach Reinke?
Yes, it is. It's back when he used to have his bomber days.
Oh goodness.
What type of car was that?
Why did
In
Jeff
final one.
say that's a derby car?
Oh shit.
Probably could have been.
Final one.
15-0.
Oh man, I've seen this car so much and I don't remember this name.
Gosh, his son still races. He still races once in a while.
Is it an Oast?
Oh,
I want to
Oh
see it.
man.
The last name Olson.
no.
O'Brien.
Who's on the outside of him? Do you guys know that car?
It's Hank.
Looks like
That's
Hank
Hank.
Barrett.
It's Hank.
I'm gonna be kicking myself on this.
Corky Thomas.
Oh,
Gosh darn it. I should have known that
Those
one.
were mine.
You've seen that car.
That was all 2008 Stock Car Stampede photos.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
I don't know that.
You should have known it. Don't worry, there was many I should have known on that one too. So that will do it for the Hot Sauce Hot Memory Rewind and on to our Track Pack Report courtesy of Paul Bunyan Mini Storage out of Bemidji, Minnesota. Remember, you can store it all with Paul with 3 convenient locations around the Bemidji, Minnesota area. Changing the season's coming soon, so you might need to put some stuff into storage. I recently just got a whole bunch of die-cast cars, so I've been filling up these little storage containers. You might need a pretty decent sized unit for all the die-cast I have, and so I'll definitely be looking to Paul Bunyan Mini Storage for that in particular.
Ladies, he's single. And then for the low, low price of going out with a few dates, you too can have his bountiful collection of die-casts.
There
Or you could be renting out some storage from Paul Bunyan and put them in there. Or you could put Mason in there and keep the die-casts. I don't care.
They have units definitely to fit whatever size or solution you need. So, yes. Paul Bunyan Mini Storage. Thank you, Dean Eggebrown and his whole staff for the work they do. And thank you for supporting us on the Track Packers. So, we actually got a lot of racing in this past weekend. Starting on Thursday, I had an adventurous night down at the KRA Speedway. They had a lot going on. They had 2 makeup races, plus their Meet the Drivers night and all their regular classes, which is 7 of them. So 9 total features, and they all got done by 10:30, just before. So Good job to the drivers. Good job to the track crew on the work they did to get that show before their curfew, because they do have a 10:45 curfew. Quick shout out to the makeup feature winners Braxton Schmitz in the Hornets and Connor Bruss in the Double O Cal Thel race car. Street stocks are first on the program. Justin the Wolverine Vogel checked out to the lead until a late race restart where he took to the bottom, and Levi Rant used momentum at the high side to do a slide job coming down the back straightaway into three. And Levi stole the win from him in the last couple of laps, so Levi Rant getting another crucial win in his bid for a national title run. Pure Stocks actually had a special that night, and it was young Ashton Martin in the 20 coming away with the win from the 87, Ian Jaden and Brady Hagan in the 32. Midwest Modifieds, kind of a theme for the night. A lot of your hot shoes that you would see on a normal basis when you show up to the track had very prime starting spots. So, for instance, Jake Smith and Brady Larson, Brady from Wisconsin, started on the front row. So you can imagine how that went. Jake Smith got to the lead right away, and that was all she wrote. He went on to get the feature win, Brady Larson second, Justin Bjorklund third. Caution-free race for the Midwest Mods too, so good job to those drivers as well. Mod 4s, another guy who started on the front row, Dustin Holquist, still spells trouble for the field, so you can imagine how that one went. He got the win in front of Connor Bruss and Tyler Larson. Super Stocks, your front row was Dexton Cook and Zach Schultz. I don't know what was going on with the redraw this night, but they made sure the fast guys are really starting up front. Dexton Cook gets the win in front of Schultz and Jay Hedke. In the modifieds, Mike Stearns, who normally is not a visitor to the KRA Speedway, got an outside front row starting spot alongside Brian Hobbin. He got the feature win, and so he gets another win on the season. And then your Hornets went to Braxton Schmitz. He got 2 feature wins on the night in front of Thomas Kruger and Tucker Fradine, and that was your night at KRA. As we avoided a lot of storms, it made for a beautiful backdrop to watch from afar. Good night to start the weekend. Let's move on to Friday at the Dakota Speedway. It was season championship night over there in Mandan. How did Friday night go? Becca, what were your takeaways from Mandan?
Mandan was fine. It was championship night. This time of year is kind of hard just because the heat is just whatever. It's warm.
I'll pick that up for while she's struggling here to refire.
It's warm.
Mason, it was a fun night of racing. You know, it was hot. It was Becca temperatures. It makes for a tougher night when Becca's in a good mood because of the temperature. Because while Becca may like it, all the cars, the pit crew, the fans, it's really tough on them. And, you know, sometimes we get a little antsy, especially during championship night. And it's kind of interesting to see who shows up for championship night every year because, like, all the races leading up to it, you might get some travelers. And with this year, with all the expenses going through the roof for whatever reason or whatnot, it was really more so a combination of your locals who have been following for points for one last gasp and grasp of points as well. So it was interesting. Wouldn't you say, John?
I would agree. Racing was a little bit different than what we've seen maybe, the month before that because track was a little soft in spots and it created definitely multiple racing grooves, but also a little bit more of some character in the racetrack that allowed people to kind of take different lines as they went through each one of the turns to try to figure out the fast line.
I would agree. Becca, tell us the results.
In your slingshots, Haley Keller led all 8 laps to win her very first Dakota Speedway feature victory. In your hobby stocks, it was Kelly Horner holding off his daughter Carly Horner for the hobby stock feature victory. Preston Martin had a hard-fought battle with Austin Weist for the victory in the INEX Legends. Preston came out on top, which sealed his second Dakota Speedway Track Championship. In your stock cars, it was Marlon Seiler, who has been sitting out most of the year due to back injuries. He held off Matt Dosh for the victory in the IMCA stock car feature. And in your modifieds, Jeremy Keller came from the 10th position and raced his way through the field to take the lead fairly late in the feature to also take home the track championship in the IMCA modified division. Real quick, your track champions for championship night, going back to your slingshots, was Caden Davenport. This is his second track championship in the slingshot division. In the hobby stocks, it was Josh Rorick, also going back to back for hit the track championship in the hobby stock division. Preston Martin, as I mentioned, he did not go back to back, but this is his second track championship at Dakota Speedway. In the stock cars, it was Jeff Hellman going back to back, as he won last year. And then in IMC Modified, as I alluded to, Jeremy Keller went back to back this year. This year in the prior year, but this is his fourth overall track championship. So a lot of double ups this year when it comes to track champions, but they all ran a great all season long and all deserving champions at Dakota Speedway.
Excellent. And so then you guys just have Oktoberfest to close out the season over in Mandan in about a little over a month's time from now.
That is correct. Yep. Beginning of October.
Sweet. So that was Friday over in Mandan. Meanwhile, on the east side of the state, there was some interesting stuff going on. So I was over in West Fargo at the Fix It Forward Speedway for the Howie Show Memorial, where they had late models along with IMCA stock cars, hobby stocks, and sport mods as the sport classes. And also taking place just a little bit down I-94 was the I-94 EMR Speedway with the Bob Gerke Memorial. There was some weather in the area, which hit portions of Fargo-Moorhead, but not the west side of the metro area. So the track was spared from that storm. However, that storm went over Fergus Falls, and they ended up with a delay. And so me, being the crazy race fan that I am, I'm like, ooh, we could pull off a double. I've never pulled off a double before. So turned into a watch session in the pits while the races were going on in West Fargo to see how the program was moving in Fergus Falls. But overall in West Fargo, it was a fun night of racing. We had a great car count in the late models, especially 37 for the Howie Show Memorial. So great turnout for that race. And Sport Mods kicked things off. There was a lot of action, a lot of side-by-side, 2 and 3 wide action, a couple red flags. We had one rollover and then one car kind of get up in the front straightaway fence. Thankfully, everyone was okay, but kind of a wild and crazy Sport Mod race. In the end, though, it was Kyle Van Mill who started 11th and moved his way through the field to get the feature win to kick off feature racing action for the night. Then in your IMCA stock cars, it was his dad, Rob Van Mill, who scored the feature win in front of Kelly Jacobson and Johnny Carter. Hobby stocks was interesting. So we had a few travelers. We had a couple from southern Minnesota, including Austin and West Johns. And then we also had another traveler from Kansas, Nicholas Runnebaum from Onaga, Kansas. Fun fact, him and Austin Johns are top 2 in IMCA national points. So Nicholas Kennedy came up. He's like, well, I got to race the guy if I want to try to close the gap. And it turned into a good night for him as he got the feature win with Austin finishing in second, Brody Eckert in third. So that'll be an interesting points bout that will go down to the wire. So fun to see some random travelers in West Fargo on Friday night. Then in your Minnesota late models, 34 laps for the race, and they went green to checker, no cautions. And very, very good race. Shane Edgerton started alongside Talon Seekerson. It was Shane Edgerton who led the first few laps before Mike Gressa took it over. And then Tyler Peterson in the 1TO has got a new look on his car, made the pass just before the halfway point as they were encountering heavy, heavy lap traffic, and they would have to deal with that the entire race. Once TPO got out front, he maneuvered through lap traffic pretty darn well and gapped the field by the end of it. So he scored the feature win. Gresseth held off Shane Edgerton in a fierce battle for second. Brad Seng finished fourth from 13th, and Cole Schill fifth from 18th. So definitely a lot of passing on Friday in the Wissota late models. And by that time, they were still finishing up heat races in Fergus Falls. So I immediately grabbed my GoPro that I had on a car and left the track. So got to Fergus. I missed the first feature and a half. Missed the street stocks and half the Gen X late models where Kyle Dykoff won the streets and Parker Gilbertson the Gen X late models, but made it for the Bob Gerke Memorial races in the Midwest Mods and Modifieds. So Midwest Mods, I will give credit to. They had a 2+ hour rain delay, and that track was smooth and fast and racy. So hats off to the track prep crew there for doing a really good job of making that race service pretty racy for the drivers. Very fun battle in the Midwest Modifieds. It was Taylor Bitson and Jake Smith kind of duking it out along with Landon Rant, and those three would exchange sliders all the way through until Landon Rant took control, and he would go on to get his first Bob Gerke Memorial win in the Midwest Modifieds. Then in the A Modifieds, Joseph Thomas started in the front row and would have to hold off several charges from Brady Gertis as they were exchanging slide jobs and crossovers as well, along with Travis Sauer. It was Joseph Thomas getting the win in front of Brady Gertis and Justin Fleming, who started 14th and ended up in 3rd. And Hornets closed out the night where Christian Cast got the feature win, and that race ended just before 1 a.m. So that was a long night for several folks, and I know several folks from Grand Forks that came down, and Fargo that came down to pull a double as well. So that was kind of fun. So that was Friday night. John, Saturday over in Jamestown. How did that go?
Yeah, so we had 107 cars in Jamestown on Saturday. It was a Legends Championship night because they're going to be off because of the World of Outlaws show with Legends Special in Fargo this next Saturday. And we'll get started with the Slingshots. Slingshots had 9 drivers in attendance, and it was a battle between Colin Vile as well as Aubrey Ettinger. And Hallie Turnbull was over in her 21 machine. Hallie got second, and Colin Vile picked up the feature win, his 3rd in a row over in Jamestown. So really good race in your Slingshots again on Saturday night. They were pretty clean green. In your next class, which was going to be your Bombers. Bombers, 27 cars. Great car count for your Bomber division. Really good race within your Bombers up front between the likes of Travis Ettinger, who's your current points leader and defending champion, as well as Brent Wilkinson was right up there. You had Dusty Heinrich, so the Mopar was up there too in the 71, as well as Wrecker Vetter. It was a battle between Ettinger and Wilkinson got around him with about 5 to go, and Ettinger broke a transmission and ended up finishing back in 17th. So a little bit closer points battle going into the final week for the Bombers this upcoming week. But congratulations to Brent Wilkinson for his 2nd Jamestown win of the year. In your Legends, we'll do our Legends here really quick. Legends had 22 cars. Great field of Legends. Nice to see some of the drivers from the Aberdeen area come up as well, along with a lot of our Mandan regulars come over. And it was Ty Olson who took control of that race and led basically from start to finish in the 7T, picking up his first Jamestown win of the year. Austin Weiss was second in the feature event after starting 8th. And nice to see Austin get the track championship for 2026. He was your champion in the NX Legends. So Legends are off now to the Stampede in September. In your Midwest Modifieds, it was Lucas Rodin and Brandon Waite starting on the front row. So battle of the heavyweights, pretty much within the Midwest Modified class. And those two kind of went at it for the first couple of laps. The track was a little bit interesting on Saturday night. So wasn't a whole lot of variables from like a roughness perspective, a few bumps here or there, but it was more definitely bottom preferred for a lot of the featured events, which you don't really see a whole lot of in Jamestown. It's usually more high side related. So Brennan and Lucas were both running the bottom, where Brennan got to the high side, went to the high side with like 10 to go. He had about a 2-second lead at that point, and was pulling away and keeping distance. And Lucas was on the bottom with the likes of Kyle Anderson and Jared Wimstead. And Brennan broke with 5 to go. Car just shut off with 5 to go, lost power, and went pit side. And that opened the door for Lucas to pick up his first Jamestown win of the year. Kind of surprising that Lucas Rodin has not picked up a Jamestown win yet this year. First Jamestown win of the year. Jared Wimstead was second. He clipped Kyle Anderson at the line by about that much to get second place. Entering the night, Jaron and Aaron Michael were tied for the points lead. After the night, they were still tied for the points lead. So that's going to be a very close battle as they go into the season championship this upcoming Saturday. In your street stocks, it was kind of a battle of heavyweights. You had Cole Gresseth, who won the heat race earlier in the night, and you had a traveler of Keith Tourville, who came over. And Keith has had 30 feature events this year and 25 wins. And he came over and started deep in the field in his heat. I think he started 7th and won his heat. So the feature started. Cole started 2nd. Keith was 7th after the redraw. And Keith got to the back bumper of Cole early on in that feature event, But Cole was smooth, clean, and he led from start to finish and picked up win 28 on the year over there in Jamestown with Keith Tourville in second in the Purple One machine. So good battle over there. Nice to see Keith come over on Saturday night. I talked to him a lot afterwards after that feature event. Then we moved on to your final event of the night, which was your IMCA Modifieds. And your IMCA Modified feature event was the battle up front between Travis Tooley on the high side and Lindsey Hansen running the bottom. Really good race. Tooley got the lead. And then with about 10 to go, unfortunately, Travis got off the back straightaway and couldn't get back on and slid off the top of turns 3 and 4. Kudos to him, though. He kept going and got back on the track. And he only fell back to, I think, fourth or fifth at that point. Got his way back up to fourth. They had actually a caution with 2 to go. And Lindsey held off every challenger on the restart to pick up his first win of the year. So, yeah, good night in Jamestown. They introduced legends through the night, and we got done right after 10:30.
Awesome. Fun event on Saturday. I was up in Greenbush on Saturday, and funny enough, they started at 6. We actually didn't get done till 11:30 that night. We had a couple of delays in Greenbush. It was my first time up there since 2023. None of the tracks doing on the delays. They had a tractor hitch break in intermission. So they had to fix that and get the track worked in after the heat races. And then we unfortunately had a bad wreck in the lightning sprints where Emmett Asane in the 18, he was complaining of neck and back pain. And so they actually called for a helicopter to come in. So that was a lengthy delay, like waiting for the helicopter to get en route. Good news is yesterday he was cleared to go home. So that's positive news. It was definitely a little bit scary for a little bit that night. But yeah, it was nice to get up to Greenbush. Got a lot of great welcome and just happy to be up there and see that track again. Racing was pretty good, even though it got to be a late night. They ran just the regular classes on this night. Pure Stocks was a fun race to kick off feature action. Couple of heavyweights in the national title hunt, Jake Smith and Austin Carlson. They're good friends, and they were definitely competing for the feature win. Austin had a good redraw starting on in second. He was leading the race, and he got a flat left front tire about halfway through. And so he was doing all he could do to hold on to the lead, and he was doing so until the last couple of corners where he drifted up, and Hunter Westcott in the 70 machine dove underneath them and got him by just a few thousandths of a second. I think that's his first career feature win. So congrats to Hunter on the win. That's not easy to make the pass on Austin, who was really fighting hard for every feature win, especially in the national title hunt. They have the mini stock 4-cylinder class up there in Greenbush, where Nick McCann basically stormed out to the early lead and held off Hayden Engen to get the win there. Street stocks, Jeremy Gus in the 96 machine started second row and took a little bit for him to get to lead, but once he did, he was on cruise control out in front, winning by almost a full straightaway. And so Jeremy Gus getting the win in the street stocks. Midwest Modifieds, Aaron Blacklands railed the high side around Justin Olson late in the race to get the feature win there. And so congrats to the 5BA. That's his 5th win in the last 6 races. So he's on a hot streak as of late. Lightning sprints, we had that delay in the middle of the race. Didn't slow down Dexter DeVerkstein, who was pretty much on cruise control before the red, and he was on cruise control after the red. And so he got the feature win there. And Modifieds was definitely the race of the night. We had a few Canadians coming down from Ontario, and they were leading the charge to start things off. And as the last one wound down, the 50, Aaron Holton was slowly making his way to the front. And talking to him afterwards, he saw the white flag, and he's like, oh, it's probably time to make a move. And he did so, getting underneath the 14 of Blake Ferris out on the exit of turn 2 on the last lap, and he beat him to the finish line to get the feature win. And there was still a lot of fans in the stands at 11:30 at night, and they were cheering loud for the 50 machine. So fun way to end Saturday night up at the Greenbush Race Park. And with my adventures, I got back to Fargo at 4 a.m. So that was a long night. But thankfully, Cheyenne Speedway was on Sunday evening, and they've been running pretty quick shows up there, and we were done at about 8:20, 8:25. So that made up for the long night the night before. Hobby Stocks and Bombers kicked things off. It was the 2 machine of Bro Gregor holding off the 70. Actually, no, this is the wrong one. It was Riker Vetter. I'm like, this is not the right results. Riker Vetter getting the feature win there in the 29 machine over at Cheyenne. He was looking for redemption after Saturday in Jamestown because I heard he had some bad luck up there. And so, congratulations to 29 to Riker Vetter. Short trackers and horns, a guy that's recently come out of the woodworks is the 96X, a Tempest Trone. He got the feature win in that division. Street stocks, no surprise. Cole Gressett in the 19 machine got out to the early lead, held off a couple of challenges from the 4 of Mike Mund, but Cole getting another feature win on the season. Race of the night, I think, was in the NX Legends. Bo Greger was leading early with the 22 of Regan Ranke hounding him from his back bumper, and then Regan found another lane a couple lanes higher and finally made the pass after several laps, and Regan Ranke went on to get the feature win. And then in your Midwest Modifieds to finish out the evening, Jaron Webstead held off Nate Ranke to close out the night, and Jaron's going to look to take that momentum into next week for championship night up at Jamestown, as John alluded to in a tight points battle there. And so that was your evening at Cheyenne and a weekend recap of the Track Packers. And so we move on to what's upcoming next racing-wise. Let's look at the state of North Dakota. Mr. Dakota Dirt Jesopelke, what do we have on tap?
Races, Mason. There's a lot of races. Now I'm just going to sit here and stall for a bit because I almost passed out. This week, in dirt track racing across the nation, there are races being held Thursday night at the Cheyenne Speedway. The Ransom County Fair races will be hosting the Gen X late models, Wissota Midwest mods, the street stocks, the hobby stocks, the short tracker Hornet division, and the NX Legends over at Cheyenne Speedway. Neat. Then going over to on Friday night, what do we got here? Estevan Motor Speedway kicks off the Dirt Wars Night 1 with IMC mods, stock cars, hobby stock, sport mods, and slingshots. Then over at the River City Speedway is the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars with the Wissota late models. So that'll be a good show. That'd be a really fun one to go to if it wasn't across the entire state and I didn't have to work. Anyways, being back to positive. Let's take a look at Saturday. Jamestown Speedway will be hosting their season championship night with the IMC mods, the Wissota Streets, Wissota Midwest mods, NX Legends bombers, and slingshots. Over at the Devil's Lake Speedway,
no legends on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They got taken off for Fargo. I don't understand why they added them there. That seems really odd. But that's a whole nother discussion for another day. Devil's Lake will be hosting the non-wing sprints, the Midwest mods, Wissota Street Stocks, and Pier Stocks. Also on Saturday, it's night number 2 of the Dirt Wars. IMC mods, IMC stock cars, IMCA sport mods, IMC hobby stocks, and slingshots will all be racing up in the Estevan Motor Speedway. And finally, for Saturday, it's the Fix It Felix. We're joking. Fix It Forward Speedway. It should be Fix It Felix Speedway. Reads real easy. With the 410 sprints and NX Legends. That should be it. I don't see anything else on Sunday.
The Outlaws. Makeup race.
Yeah, up. That's right. That got made up.
Nodak.
That's up in Nodak. They will be having hopefully much better weather. Hopefully it's not 90 billion degrees. Becca might enjoy that, but I would not.
We'll be having our fantasy football draft that night.
Yeah, Becca voluntold us
that date and time. Oops, my
Yep.
bad.
Yep, don't worry. It was on the calendar. Not my calendar, but it was on somebody's calendar.
So that's up. That's what's upcoming in the state of North Dakota. Outside the state of North Dakota, we got a lot of racing taking place and a lot of tracks crowning season champions as well. We have Grand Rapids doing their season championship night. KRA Speedway also hosting their championship night, and Victory Lane Speedway running as well.
What night is
Friday
that?
the what's that?
What night is that? You didn't mention the night. You just said there are tracks racing.
Moving on to Friday the 28th. I-94 EMR Speedway hosting their championship night with all the regular divisions. Brown County Speedway also season championship night. Fiesta City Speedway racing their season championship night along with Dead Horse Creek Speedway, I believe the first of a double header up north of the border. And that looks like all in the region for that. Looks like Red Cedar Speedway also racing a little bit outside of our neck of the woods. Saturday the 29th, track championship night at Ogilvie Raceway. Dead Horse Creek, like I mentioned, racing their second night. Greenbush Race Park is racing as well. Madison Speedway, North Central Speedway, Rice Lake Speedway, and Viking Speedway also racing on Saturday. So a very busy Saturday. And then Sunday the 30th, season championship over at the Buffalo River Speedway, Granite City Motor Park Track Championship night. Season championship at Bemidji, and Casino Speedway having fan night. I was a part of that fan night last year. That is going to be another fun night down in Watertown. And that is your racing for this upcoming weekend as we start to close out the month of August. We will now display the white flag and give a shout out to our good friend Brody Carlsrud in the B1 IMCA stock car, who's had a pretty solid season. Got a couple good runs this past weekend over in Ada and Fix-It Ford Speedway, and I'm really intrigued to see what he's going to be doing for his year-end schedule. I'm sure he's going to be traveling a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see where the B1 ends up. Be sure to follow his racing page, Brody Carlswood B1 Racing, or his personal page. I think he's been updating that more this season. And I know he's going to try to get a podcast going with The Real Deal with B1, so be on the lookout on that page as well. Thank you so much, Brody, for your support on the podcast. He's a great supporter of us and always gets a kick out of whatever banter we have on the show. And so thank you so much, Brody, for your support. All right, wins of the week. John, you get to go first.
Okay, so I've got a great list of wins of the week up here. First, I'm going to start off with a driver that is in the heated battle for the National Points Championship with the Wissota late models. And that is Tyler Peterson, TPO. He picked up the Howie Schill Memorial this past Friday night at the Fix-It Board Speedway. Congratulations to Tyler on a great win over there. Plus, he redid his paint scheme a little on the car, and I like the new paint scheme as well on that number one TPO. My next one of the week, I am going to give it over to Cole Gresseth. Cole picked up 3 wins this weekend. He also went and tied the most wins in a single season in the Wissota Street Stocks up at the River City Speedway in Grand Forks this past Friday. What's even more impressive though this past weekend is that Cole led every single lap in every single feature he was in this past weekend to pick up with 27, 28, and 29 of the season. He is also in a very heated points battle for the national championship with Levi Rant as well as Keith Turville. So congratulations to Cole on a great weekend. And my third win of the week, I am going to give it over to the Kellers. Haley Keller picked up her first ever Dakota Speedway win on the same night that her dad, Jeremy Keller, picked up a feature win from starting deep in the field and went back to back for the championship. So congratulations to the Kellers. Check out the Keller sisters on YouTube. They have a great blog that they do each and every week from their racing experiences.
Excellent set of wins, John. Becca, you're next on wins of the week. Becca, you are muted.
Thanks,
She's new to
Jessica.
podcasting. I would agree. I'm definitely throwing a caution on this too. That's something that I got a caution on when I did that at the Dakota Speedway.
Yes.
And I got a caution on it a couple weeks ago too.
It is only right and fair. Truly, it is right and just.
I'm not feeling the greatest, so I'm sniffling a little bit. So I didn't think anybody would want to hear that. Anyways, my first one of the week will go to the Horners, Kelly and Carly Horner. They had Kelly won the feature. He beat out his daughter Carly for the feature victory. So it was fun to watch those two battle up front for the win. Um, and I think Kelly gets a little bit emotional every time that those two finish runner up. So go one and two. So I think it's extra special for him to race against her. It's pretty cool to watch, and it means a lot when you talk to him in victory lane. Second win of the week will go to Colin Vile. He picked up his third victory in a row over at the Jamestown Speedway in the slingshot division. This is his first year racing in the slingshots, and it looks like a natural behind the wheel. This is his third victory in a row over at the Jamestown Speedway. And my third victory, win of the week, will go to Bryce Barnhart, who picked up the victory over at the Devil's Lake Speedway. They don't typically race legends, but they picked him up for this particular weekend, and he went up there and won the feature event over at the Devil's Lake Speedway. So congratulations to Bryce Barnhart.
Good wins there. Go ahead, Jessup. You're next.
I'm at the rear. You're up.
Host always goes last.
Is this on the rule book, John?
Yes.
Mason typically goes last.
Fine. You guys do whatever you want. I'm gonna go with Ty Clemens with his win over at Electric City Speedway in the IMC Mods. He went from 12th to 1st, so that's a pretty impressive night. My second win is going to go to Harry Hansen, winning the Proctor Speedway Wissota late model division there, as John's messaging, and clearly at this point I cannot multitask. No, John, I don't want to use that person. We'll leave that for Mason. He needs people. He didn't see enough racing. No, I don't understand why they went over there.
I think you got an offer to do it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
when I saw the name over there, I was like, that's odd, but okay. Well, the person we're talking about is Tim and Alex Johnson. So interesting that they went all the way out there. Both had a pretty solid, well, Tim had pretty good nights. And then who should I go with my last one? So many options. I'm going to pick a random here. I'll go Logan Julian with his IRA win. He's in the midst of a fierce battle for a points championship with the IRA.
Yeah, they had some good racing this past weekend from what I saw.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
I think my favorite clip was the Nieheiser pass around the outside like an Eminem song. I'm like, I got a kick out of that line.
His pass when they went 3 wide at Angel Park on the outside was pretty wild. Like, oh, this is it. He's going to get pinched. And his season will be pretty much done. But he didn't.
No, he made it work.
Which was kind of cool that they put it on Amazon TV.
Yeah, when I saw the advertisement for that, I'm like, dang, if I wasn't at a racetrack, I would have definitely have watched that.
Yep. So
there you go. Awesome wins there. Boy, I actually have a lot of people on my list. I think the first one I'm going to go with is Joseph Thomas. Got a couple of big wins this weekend, including the Bob Gerke Memorial Friday at I-94, and then also won the Clash at the Casino at in Watertown on Saturday. And he's been turning it up as of late. I think he's up to 9 wins now this season, and so he's getting hot at the right time before the specials hit. Second win, I think I'll give a shout out to Aaron Blacklands, not only for his wins this weekend in Norman County on Thursday and Greenbush Race Park on Saturday, but he kind of stole the track championship from Jory Berg in Norman County. I know Jory was leading that for most of the season, and Aaron rattled off a couple of clutch wins the last couple of weeks to get that championship by, I believe, just a single point. So that came down to the wire, and so congratulations to Aaron on a great end of the season. And then the third win of the week, I'm actually really surprised Jessup didn't say this name, but Greg Nikotenko won at River Cities on Friday in the NOSA Sprint Cars.
I never
First
actually
win since 2021.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was, when I saw that come across the social media, I'm like, that is sick because he's a Minosian. Yay
Why
for the
not?
Minosians!
Why not?
Why not? I will gladly shout why not for that. So congratulations, great Nikatango. That is awesome to see you back after a little hiatus and back in victory lane. So those are my 3 wins of the week. Any
Hmm.
closing thoughts as we wrap up the episode? One from me is our Pick'em League is active, so if you want to pick the games with us on this NFL season, be sure to look on our Facebook page or message one of us. We can get you the details on how to join in that, and it'll be a fun season because that's going to be starting up in a couple weeks as well.
Hmm. I'm gonna say no. Put your flag down. Just put it down. I'm gonna give a shout out to one of my former students who races, and I'm gonna do a shout out to Adam Shin. He got second in track points over at Proctor for the Midwest Mods, and it's kind of a bittersweet deal. His how do you say this nicely? They had some family health issues, and his dad passed away during the year, and he was pretty close to winning the championship, which I think would have really helped the season go and get better. But I just want to say I'm thinking of him and his family, and you had a good year. Don't let it be like a black cloud over your head. You'll get him next year.
Yeah, I saw the post he had out earlier today. It was a kind of a heart wrenching post, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So
still a really good season for him though.
it was a really good season, and hopefully they can build off of this season and keep going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I had. And we can throw another caution on either Becca or Mason, John, if we want.
Becca, what was your closing thought?
Uh, um, uh, I was gonna say, the Stock Car Stampede is coming up in about a month or so. John, do we have room in the Stampede program, the
What is the
Shakedown
We
program
program?
do.
name?
That is a great point. So Becca brings up a great item of detail here. So today that we were taping this is on Monday, the 24th of August, right? So it'll get posted in a couple days. That means we are about a month from the Stock Car Stampede on September 25th and 26th. We have for sure three drivers confirmed, potentially four, but for sure three for right now. So we do have room in the program still. I have
What's
seen
the
some people that are
program's name?
interested for sure in coming over to the Stampede. What it is the late model shakedown portion of the Stock Car Stampede. So if you have not been to the Stampede in a late model in the last 5 years or ever, reach out to us. Hit us up on the Stampede Shakedown on Facebook, because we do have room. So Jessup, Mason, myself, Becca, we all help out with that. It's a great thing to get new drivers over to Jamestown for the Stock Car Stampede. Always a great time in September. Also, pre-entry list is open. Drivers register. That'll give you cash prizes for the weekend. So be sure to get ready to go from there because before you know it, it'll be here.
So what does the shakedown program do, John? What all does it do?
So Shakedown program allows you to get free entry fee into the pits for the weekend. That is for the driver. And that does include car as well. Also, we provide you some incentives throughout the weekend. Say, for instance, if you win a heat race, you might get some extra cash from us. If you are the overall hard charger of the feature event, you might get some cash from us. If you win the feature event, you might get some cash from us. And also, we'll provide you some gas money because we know gas is expensive. We'll give you a little bit of gas money back.
Neat. How many years have we been doing this, John?
Boy, we started this, Jessup, in I believe it was 2018.
We gotta be getting close to 10.
So, well, if you do 18 and
Well, it's not this
2026,
year, but I'm saying
you'll get close.
well, honestly, the initial version of this when I was covering for the Silver 1000, it might be 10.
It could be. This is year 9 for us in Jamestown.
Mm-hmm. But then it would be about 11 because I did 2 years. 2 or 3 years.
Time
Yeah,
goes by
Joseph, this is
fast.
this is an idea that you brought up to us, and it's worked out really well because we've brought in at least, boy, it's been at least 6 drivers almost every single year. Some years have been 5.
Mhm.
I believe our first year was only 4. But besides that, we brought in some good talent.
We've
And
had
yeah,
some pretty good drivers come through the Stampede Shakedown, and be fun to see. We have, like John said, we have a few lined up already for this year, and fingers crossed that their special and invite season gets off to a good start, and they continue it all the way through the Stampede as well.
what do you think, John? Year 10, we just cover all the shakedown people again.
We just cover everybody.
That would actually be hilarious. You'd have like, well, you couldn't have like
50
everybody.
lay models,
50
which would
late
be
models just
which
from
I would not
us.
complain about.
I know you wouldn't. That's the fun part. We'd just be sitting there, and you get an entry, and you get an entry. Everybody gets entries except you. You weren't in our programs.
Yeah,
Get out.
we'll be like the only way you're gonna get an entry is if you know go over to Becca and talk nice to Becca. She might pay for your entry.
No, she won't.
There we go. Well, that's a fun note to end episode 19 of season 5 for the Track Packers. As always, be sure to like, share, and comment. The season's winding down fast. We want to enjoy every racing opportunity we can get. Thank you to our sponsors, Brody Carlos Rubio Racing, Paul Bunyan Mini Storage, and Isaac Hot Sauce Sandro. Season's winding down. Special and invite seasons on the horizon, so we hope to see you out there packing the track.